Well, the day before has another big fish story to sell us. Their videos are now getting taken down from YouTube, which I said should have been happening when the original trademark claims were made that the game was being removed from Steam because of the trademark. Keep in mind, that's after they told us it was a known issue in Steam. And then they said they had to delay the game because of the trademark dispute. But then they said in an interview that no, they actually knew they were going to delay it. And now there are videos getting delisted from YouTube. But strange that the NVIDIA videos are still up. So whoever this trademark owner is for some calendar app, they apparently don't care that there is a litany of games out there of raw footage on IGN, on NVIDIA GeForce YouTube channel that have the footage, have the name out there in the wild, and those are not being requested to take down, likely because this is all completely false. On the heels of them saying that, oh hey, we had to take these videos down or they got delisted because of this trademark, they just surprisingly have an announcement. They get everybody's attention. They're trending again on Twitter almost instantly after this goes out, and they conveniently announce a premiere of a video that will debut on February the 16th that's going to be showing the development process of the game all the way back to, I think, like 2019. I am looking forward to seeing that video because I bet you it consistently mentions the app that they're all using, because they really want you to know about this app that they're using at Fantastic, because I think that's what this is all about. I don't think the game is real. I don't think they're building anything. Somebody apparently spoke with the former Mytona employee in a video and said that, like, listen, it's none of this is real. It's all made up. It's not even a game. They're just using assets. Reforge Gaming has been really good about pointing out all of the assets that they have been using, which it's obviously totally fine to use assets, but they are very clearly just sort of showing you fully rendered footage. And then they claim that the game has been improving ever since they were developing it and showing it to us, but that's not true at all. There is a gigantic and marked difference between the footage that they showed of, like, that girl running around who looked like a Fortnite character compared to the hyper-realistic stuff we saw in the past. So I wanted to take a look at an article from PC Gamer because I cannot believe that this continues to be a story and that they expect people to believe what they're claiming, and then just coincidentally this trademark person took down the videos right around the time they wanted to announce their video. So hopefully in their video they're not going to mention the day before or show the day before footage, even though apparently that's what the video is going to be about, is them developing the day before. Again, dollars to donuts, that video is going to mention a bunch of times the app that they're using at their studio that helps them with all the stuff that they're doing. So here is the article. The day before, devs say a calendar app stole their trademark. YouTube is delisting their videos, and no doubt the dog's eyeing up their homework. Fantastic says the copyright holder has been in touch, but the studio seems suspicious of his intentions. You know, the thing that really irritates me about these guys is they sent out a tweet that basically smacked of, like, this sort of self-righteous attitude about, you know, disinformation. Like, they had the nerve to tweet out this like, it was like this big huge block of text in an image. I was trying to find it so I could read my retweet. Yeah, here's their glorious tweet. I'll just read it to you. It's phenomenal. They said, "We all live in a time of disinformation and a lack of fact checking." Yeah, we do. Anyone can say anything for views and everyone will believe it. Yeah, imagine people believing something that isn't true in a video. It's crazy, isn't it? Disinformation needs to be dealt with, as it can harm not only us, but also other indies and small medium studios. That's not what's hurting you. What's hurting you is your dishonesty and your insistence on saying things that aren't true to the public. You told us it was a known Steam issue. It wasn't. You said it had to be taken down because of a trademark, and that's why you had to delay it. But then you turned around and said you were already planning on delaying it. You're not telling the truth, and then you have the nerve to send this tweet out about disinformation. It also has a mental impact on the members of such teams. I'm not feeling any pity about saying that you guys are dishonest, because you are. That's just the facts. That's not an opinion, and if it hurts your fifis, oh well. After the release of the day before, we'll think about how to help novice developers deal with fakes and allocate resources for this. Destroying is easy, creating is difficult. Yeah, I agree. Creating is difficult, especially when you're not really making a game. So let's check out this article. It's just unbelievable. To wax self-righteous about disinformation after consistently misleading the public is just drenched in so much irony and hubris. I couldn't believe that they sent the tweet. Anyway, fantastic. The studio behind the day before has released yet another statement regarding the state of the game and its ongoing trademark dispute. In a short post on Twitter yesterday afternoon, Fantastic said that its trademark has apparently been snaffled by a calendar app, that its videos had been taken down from YouTube as a result of trademark issue, and that the current holder of the trademark has offered to discuss things with the studio. So here's what's interesting, okay? Apparently, the people who own the trademark for a calendar app have a vested interest in taking down videos, but only Fantastic's videos, not the official videos on the NVIDIA GeForce website, which those are the ones that are more recent. I'm sorry, their actual YouTube channel. There's an NVIDIA GeForce YouTube channel where some official videos are listed and clearly show the day before, the name, the footage, everything else. And the video that they have scheduled, and this is what's so remarkable, the video that they actually have scheduled is called TDB Devlog Life at Fantastic. So they're just shortening the day before to like letters, I guess. But then in the description, yes, in the description, they're refusing to call it the day before. But then YouTube has it slated. You know how when you like look at a YouTube video, it says browse game or whatever. It says the day before. So that's still a category you can select on YouTube. So apparently whoever owns a trademark hasn't sent anything official to YouTube about that either. Just a couple videos that they wanted delisted. The studio followed up its tweet with a link to the delisted YouTube video, which, per the Wayback Machine, used to show a clip of someone playing the day before on PC. Now, this is just utterly remarkable, okay? Because that video, okay, that delisted short video was quite literally just a guy sitting at a desk. So the fact that we're supposed to believe the trademark owner successfully got that video taken down is hilarious. I got news for you. That video probably got taken down because it was very apparent to be phony. I don't think he was actively playing the game. Again, as I said in my other coverage, if you were making a real game and people were saying it was fake, you would have a strong psychological response to that. When someone says that you're lying, you have a very strong response to that. You will do everything you can to prove that you are telling the truth. You wouldn't show some weird blasé video of like it fades in and he's moving around. There are times where the character moves almost before or continues to move after his fingers come off the keyboard. More than likely, they were maybe worried that folks were combing over the video and catching stuff, so now they've taken it down, and this is the reason that they're providing. Listen, I get passionate about this because I actually have experience with people that, when accused of lying, have like zero psychological response. That's a telltale sign that they're probably lying, because when you're telling the truth, you get very upset at people not believing you, at people accusing you of lying, and their response has been so ho-hum and so weird, I can't possibly believe anything that they say. The statement says only that the so-called owner of the day before's trademark is the creator of the calendar app. Now, Fantastic doesn't explicitly name or link it, but I have to assume that the app in question is the Day Before D-Day Countdown from the Day Before Incorporated. Now, when Fantastic announced its trademark troubles, it looked like its game name had been nabbed by a South Korean applicant, and the app is a South Korean product after all. So, we don't know if this is a genuine trademark dispute or not. It could be, but again, this could all be staged. They could have chosen this name. They could have chosen this app and gotten this all set up to basically like, hey, we're going to need this project to get completely murdered at some point. And this would be a really great way to do it. Who on earth would think that we would stage a trademark dispute? But the way they've talked about it makes me think that they're just not trustworthy. I don't trust anything they're saying at all because they consistently have said things that are not true. So, does it look like matters are on their way to being resolved? Not really. Fantastic says that the app creator ambiguously offers to contact him to discuss something, but what? I'm not a copyright lawyer, but I'd imagine what he wants to discuss is the disputed trademark, yet the tone of Fantastic's statement makes it sound like the studio isn't keen to enter that discussion itself. Listen, they are setting themselves up with so much narrative armor, you can smell it. You can actually sense what they're doing. They're creating a narrative to walk away from this project. They're creating a narrative to make claims about seized assets or seized property or something of that nature. I can feel it. I can sense it. They're getting ready to have all this sort of preamble to this game never coming out, to them ultimately having to say, we regretfully have had to walk away from this project. Like, that announcement's coming, okay? I guarantee you all of this is leading to that. So they can come out and say, listen, we've gone through too many troubles, and it's just been, I'm sure they'll, like, oh, it's been psychologically hard. It's been bad for our mental health to be accused of making a fake game, and then, the trademark disputes and blah, blah, blah. And then they'll say that's why they're going to walk away from the project. That they all came to the amicable and agreeable decision to just end the project. It's not worth all the effort. I can almost write it for them practically at this point. The studio concludes in a statement with a rallying cry, "We'll fight. Power is in the truth." People that invoke truth that have a pattern of dishonesty just sicken me. Power is in the truth, which might have gone over better if Fantastic hadn't burnt pretty much every shred of goodwill it's ever had over the course of the last couple of months. Yeah, we're supposed to believe that a game that conveniently has been questioned about its authenticity, that was clearly cooking up fully rendered non-in-engine gameplay, and they just so happen to be going through all these troubles. It's just all so very convenient that videos are disappearing, the game disappeared from Steam. I honestly feel like the videos disappearing is just them. Again, it's just more smoke and mirrors. This premiere that is coming, I promise you, just keep your eyes on it. It's going to focus on that app. I almost don't even want to publish this video because it might maybe give them time to like course correct or maybe just cancel the premiere. As it is, it just feels like the studio has fallen victim to its own blunders, and statements like these come off as a desperate attempt to recast itself in the role of an underdog, an attempt which predictably hasn't gone down well with its audience. Like, this is another possibility of what they're trying to do. They want people to think they're fighting and struggling, and then they'll say, we had to halt production because of all these issues and all these deals, and we weren't confident, and our publisher asked us to halt production because we weren't sure if we were going to be able to ship the game as we intended. It feels like a big smoke and mirrors trick. My spidey sense is tingling about as high as it can. So it's not going well, and it really feels like Fantastic desperately needs to hire a proper marketing team instead of firing off Twitter statements like this one, and the one put out last week decrying misinformation, the one I already read to you. I keep thinking Fantastic has hit the nadir with its former fans, yet somehow I keep being proven wrong. I mean, listen, there is no way that this won't sort of come to a crescendo of some kind. And again, I think the crescendo, the climax that they're setting up for is we've had to shutter, cancel, stop, or halt production of this game, and they'll just disappear into the ether. They'll just vanish. The video of the guy claiming to speak to somebody from Mytona basically said that's what this one guy does. Like, he's just known for this. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if there's just some generic tweet one day and they all just vanish. You know, they'll put out a couple more premieres. They're going to ride the press as much as they can. Everybody's talking about them. I'm making a video about them. There's articles, there's blogs. They trended on Twitter. It's working to a certain degree. And if the premiere is another video that heavily focuses on this app that they use, people really need to start to question why it is they keep drawing attention to that. I do think that has something to do with this. Maybe they're seeking investors. Maybe they're seeking to just get attention on this other app that they've created. I don't know. I'd love to know what you think. Leave a comment below. I've been hard on these guys and hard on the situation because I don't respect people who are dishonest and mislead the public. I believe they are people that mislead the public and try to act righteous are the worst kinds of people. They are. That's the nicest thing I can say about it without getting too ramped up. Hit subscribe, hit the bell button. That way I can see you in the next video.